Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my show today is about hot topics, simply because I have a lot to say about a lot of different things. But first, I want to give my condolences to Van Nuys, the 12 people that got shot and killed in the bar last night in Van Nuys by the sniper that also killed himself, which made it 13, and he killed the officer, the first officer on the scene. And it was it's a terrible tragedy, and I want to give the people my condolences. And it's just a shame that we can't seem to get more gun control. I mean, we're at the same situation that we were at years ago. We haven't learned nothing from Las Vegas, the 50 people that got killed there. We haven't learned nothing from the church, the 9 people in the church. I mean, we're just going over the same things that we know better. Why can't we get a fix? Why can't we fix this? We can go to the moon. We can send a bullet train, across country. Why can't we fix this simple problem of having gun control? The president, he wants to let the NRA let them have permission. You understand me? Because they make a big contribution to him. He don't care. So we got to try to figure a way to get this under control because it's just getting out of hand. Every time you turn around, it's some killing. People be scared to go out their house. People be scared to go somewhere. People be scared to do something because you don't know when the nut's going to go off. It's just a tragic. But anyway, I want to change the subject because I got quite a few things I want to talk about. That's just one. The other thing, you understand what I'm saying, is pertaining to the fast life. It's like when you're in the game, when you're in the fast life, people don't understand the boss players and a pimp. A pimp is a single file thing. He's one person, and he's not in the category of a player unless he don't have no hoe and hoe go. Because in order to be a pimp, you have to have a hoe. You have to have a prostitute. If you don't have no prostitute, then you're not a pimp. You understand? And you don't have a job. So you don't go out and get a job and have a job and then have a hoe on the side. No, that's not pimping either. Your earthly earnings and your money come strictly from a prostitute when you call yourself a pimp. That's how that go. But the point is that I want to address that simply because people all day long constantly be telling me, hey, pimp, you checking on your hoes, hey, pimp this, hey, pimp that. You understand me? And it's getting to the point to where some of them are saying it out of respect, but a lot of them are just saying it to be sarcastic, you understand me? Because I'm 66 years old, and my pimping days are long, long over with. This is like 40 years ago when I was in my heyday. And it's like this. It's been 20-something years since I, even thought about doing something like that. You know what I mean? I'm an inspiration. I'm a motivational speaker, you understand me? I'm a fashion coordinator. I do a lot of different things on a positive scale. And if people look underneath the clothes and see the real man here, you understand? Or just say that this man is really into fashion and accept it like that. I had one guy come to me today, you understand me? We're talking about it's Halloween. Halloween's over with. I was the first person I ran into this morning. But it was all right because I said, well, I know my day going to be all right because I know I got to have some haters starting off the day. And every time I put on yellow or some other color, some fly color, I have a hater come through. Then 20 or 30 people after that, you understand me, was talking about how good I look and taking my picture and complimenting me, and everything else. So it's just like this here. You got haters and then you got people that are congratulators. So it's like they go together, you understand? But I don't let it affect me because I've been doing this stuff too long to do it wrong, you understand? I just want to get the record straight that when you're a player, you got to understand this here. When I first turned out to the game, the best dressed man I ever seen in my life, even to this very day, on a consistent basis, was Sweet Roy. And he wasn't even a pimp. He was a player. You understand? He was a serious player, you understand me? He did the Murphy, he was a flim-flam man. He was a real con man. He was a player, what you call a player back in them days, you understand me? And that's what he was. He'd make more money than 5 hoes, and he'll tell you in a minute that he wasn't worried about no prostitute. And he was a good-looking dude, and he kept his hair fly and dyed, and he looked just like a pimp. You know what I mean? You think he had 5 or 6 hoes. But the point of it is that I'm trying to make is, you don't, just because you look real good and take good care of yourself, and a real handsome, whatever you want to call it, that don't mean you have to be a pimp. You know what I mean? You're a gentleman of leisure. You understand me? You are a boss player. And the reason why I say you're a boss player, because when you don't have a hoe, you still a boss player. You understand? You're not a pimp, but you're playing. You understand? Because you're playing for your money. And then those that were playing in the game, say the veterans, or even the ones that were in American Pimp, all the players that were in the game, and that did their thing when they were showing you what they did then. They are now, some of them have jobs. They're executives. They got their own businesses. They're really doing good successfully in a square world. They took it, as I said before, they got a second chance at a first class life. So they took advantage of that, you understand? They took that life that they lived, you understand me, the fast life, and turned it over and lived into a good life. And see, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how life's supposed to be. If you were fast and slick, you learn from that. Because if you made it through the game and you made it through the other side, then you really appreciative toward the square things in life because you was living fast, you understand me? You didn't appreciate money, you didn't appreciate jobs, you didn't appreciate none of the things because you didn't mess with squares. You was up all night and you slept all day. It's like you were in a different world back at that time. That was back at that time. Now that time is never going to be again. And people, what I try to tell these young people that try to come around and ask questions and want to know about that, that was a whole generation. That particular period was just like a fad. Like right now, you see all these youngsters wear their pants down. Well, back then we all dressed up and we got money from women, and they went to the track. It was before AIDS. It was before crack. It was before all those bad things. Sex wasn't a bad thing. You have sex, you ain't gonna die from it. It was a whole different situation. It wasn't that many nuts out there like it is now. Everything was different, and we respected each other. You understand me? If you say for instance, he was in the game, he was a player. You understand me? It was like a club. It was like an organization because if you was leaking, you understand me, a person that was member would take care of you, give you a jug, bless your pepper, you understand me, by giving you a jug, give you clothes out the cleaners, give you a place to stay, money for a motel, you understand me? These are things you did, you understand what I'm saying, when you was true, 100% true to the game. You understand what I'm saying? And you played by the game. These are things you did because you know you might be in a position that man was in. So you always knew this because when you're a real player, you ain't doing nothing but playing, see? And when you wasn't playing and you were cheating and doing all them other things, well, then you go run and get a job, and whenever times got hard, you go do things like that. Well, that's what you call cheating in the game. You ain't even really in the game when you do that. So you ain't gonna get full blessings no way. But when you're a real player in the game and you're doing it like it's supposed to be done, when you don't have a hole, you play, you sell WAP, you do this, you do that, then you're a player, man, boss player, you understand? And it's transformed, but you're down for your prostitute in between the time. But that's when you were young. See, it's a period, it's a time for all that. Nowadays, when you're young, it ain't even that era. It ain't even Peppermint on no more. That ain't even an era. That ain't even nothing people do. If they do it, they do it on the internet or something because it ain't nothing to scream about. It ain't nothing to talk about no more because the police and people will hang you. They will give you 100 years. Peppermint is not glorified no more. It's something that you don't even talk about. These youngsters, they ruined, years ago, they ruined the game in the 90s with all that crazy gangster stuff they did on the track. Between the dope and the gangster stuff, and the robbing and killing people, that's what messed the track. The last of the horn was in. You understand me? When the system was letting you get away with it, and that's when I was in my 30s or 40s. I was able to grasp the green grass that was growing at that time in my life. That was the last part. After that, when they closed the track down, Woody Brown, and made it all the way, turned it around, that's over with. And what these people trying to do now, the whole system is over with. Because right now, I talk to young brothers. They could be out there trying to have prostitutes and do what they're doing. They having it hard. And because these brothers out there that got the women, they ain't going to let you talk to them. They ain't going to let the broad lead. They're going to threaten her. They're going to threaten you. And they will kill you because they don't give it down because they got gangster in them. They ain't got the game. They done twisted the rules of the game. It ain't even like that no more. They don't even go by the book. They know if the broad choose or the broad can leave. And they have where the broad can't leave. They'll kill you and go to jail and they end up in the penitentiary. That's how they think. They don't even think rational. It's not a game no more. That's why they shouldn't even call it the game. Because it ain't a game. We called it the game because it was a game. But we played right. And we played by rules. You understand me? So we was able to do that and address it and be respectful toward each other. And if you can do that and be respectful all your life and be able to be in your 60s, 70s, and some of my friends are in their 80s, you understand me, and reap the benefits of the game, you understand, because you played it right. Every player I know that lived long and been in the game strong and stayed in it played by the rules. You can believe that he played by the rules. He didn't foul play. You understand me? And rules after the game. After you get out the game, it's still rules. You got to respect people and everything. You understand? People don't even understand that. You know what I mean? Respecting older people and gentlemen and things. You got to be able to do that because it's like this. It's like the game. You understand me? it's history. It's not like that no more. All the playing and all the books you read from these players now is what they did and how they did it when it was sweet. That's not applied today. You try to do that today, you're going under the penitentiary. Because they changed the rules. They changed the law. So when they changed the law, and then the players out there changed the game. So it ain't even like it used to be. Because they not playing by the same rules. You know what I mean? They killing and shooting each other and all that old kind of stuff. Cowboys and Indians. It's a warpath out there. You know what I mean? I'm glad that I'm old and in my youth I had it my way. Wearing gaiters, you understand me, and $30 slacks, which right now would be $500. You understand me? And I pack on their sweaters. And you know what I mean? Hair laid, you understand me, going to get it done all the time. And women respecting you and giving you money and doing things because they wanted to. You understand? This is what I'm saying. It ain't like that no more. These women don't have no respect for the men. The men ain't giving the respect they're supposed to get because they don't give it to the women. So it's like it's twisted. We were gentlemen. We were gentlemen out there. We knew how to carry ourselves. And by carrying ourselves as two gentlemen, we got the respect. That's why women gave us money, because we did what we were supposed to do. We did what they wouldn't have did by themselves. We paid the bills. We dressed them up. We made them feel like stars. You understand me? We both thought we were stars shining together. See, that's what people don't understand. The motive behind the whole concept of the game. The situation then, it was like it was the only way out the ghetto. Now you got college, you got everything. It's equal opportunity. Black and white and everybody, boom, blending in. It's a different situation now. It's a whole different mentality. It's not even nothing on the same concept that made Pimp and Horn so successful back in them days. It's nothing to it now. You know what I mean? It's like it's that energy, that whole thing, it ain't there. They selling drugs. They selling drugs. If a dude got a hose in and this and that, he's selling drugs. He just doing a little bit of everything. Then it makes the whole thing up. Where there's no rule, no this, no that. But we still go by the rules as OGs, as veterans, because we know that's how it's supposed to be. And that's why we still going to get our blessings, you understand? Because we're going to give it like that so we can receive it like that. You understand? But the thing I don't understand is that why would these people want to disrespect history? You know what I mean? I'm a side of history. I'm a hallmark. I'm, you understand me, a legend, and I'm also, you understand me, a celebrity in the city. You know? And you got people, you understand me, that come to you with disrespectful situations, and then as soon as you say something, put up a check, they want to get mad at you, but they the ones that was out of line. You know? No, ain't nobody gonna disrespect me. I'm a man, you understand me? And I'm gonna stand up for myself and I'm gonna speak the truth. You know? And then you got these people lying, you understand? You got these OGs that's veterans, that's what make it look bad too. These cats on dope, you understand me? And then they lying, talking about they pimping and they doing this and that, and got these little raggedy hoes, and they make the game look bad. Because a real player ain't gonna even have nothing like that. He ain't gonna be on that level. Because that's a dope fiend level. When you on drugs, you ain't really pimping. You just dope fiend playing. You and the hoe was getting money just to survive on drugs. That don't really count. Real boss players, that's why the boss is in front of player. That boss up there is for one reason, you understand me? Because you've been handling your business. You driving new cars, you having big jewels. You wearing tailor-made suits, you understand me, gaiters and things. Expensive, the best of living. You living the best life. Because the life is fast life because it's only short. You got to live that life fast, and then there's another life that you live. See? After you live the fast life, then there's the second chance at a first class life. And that's what people don't understand. That's when you got to do it right. That's where you enjoy. You get up in the morning. You thankful to wake up in the morning. You understand me? You thanking God, you understand me, for everything that he provided you for. You know what I mean? You're appreciative. Smelling the roses, smelling the flowers, doing everything that's worthwhile, man. You really appreciating that, you understand? Because you know within yourself that how precious and how valuable and how lucky you are to even be here. When you think of all the things you've been through. You know, I had people pull guns on me, man. And this was back in them days when it wasn't even gangster like it is now. That was it. Dude come out of jail. I had this woman. She chose me. He in jail. He a killer, though. He come out. You understand me? My partners tell me. We was drinking and all that up there. They socialized with him. They started going with him. I got this woman, but he gonna get crazy with me. Pull a gun on me. You understand me? In the elevator, you was in jail. That's your wife? I didn't know that. She's with me. You can have her back. It ain't no secret. If she want to go back, man, but you ain't going to take nothing from me. You understand me? And they had to grab him, and they got a bottle with a broken bottle and got him off me with that gun, right? Because he was a crazy dude, man. He just got out the joint and was tripping, you understand me? And I hadn't did nothing wrong. But I was upset about the fact that after they got cool with him, I didn't say nothing to him. I ain't nothing to speak to that man no more. or nothing at all. You understand me? And he can have that woman. I didn't want that woman was trouble. I didn't want nothing like that. I let him go because I'm a player, man. If you know I know how to get money by myself, I know how to get money without a hoe, so I wasn't worried about that. The thing I didn't like was my partners was sitting up there snorting cocaine with him after he did what he did to me. Like it was all right. Like, you know, you still cool with him. You didn't even check him. You didn't tell him he was wrong or nothing. You just got him off of me and got the gun away. But the point is, he's still a fool, and he ain't learned nothing because you guys is okay fooling with him. But see, I'm going to tell you why that happened and why it was accepted. They was in the disease. These dudes are dead now anyway. Broham Charles, you understand me? Brady, you understand me? The couple of them cats that was all around players. They pimped and played and pickpocketed and did everything that you can think of. But they was engaged in a disease, heavy, man. They was heavy in the drinking and drugging. And see, them players like that, man, when I look at that now, you playing and doing all the things that you're doing, but you ain't playing for the right reason. That's why you don't win in that season. And if you're lucky enough to ever get out of it and live a second class, a first class life, a second chance, then you winning, man. That's the only way you can win. Because when you're involved in that game, even then it was so much tension. Some dudes was fools. They had fools in the game all through the game. There was always a fool or two all through the game. It never was just solid straight up. You always had a fool or two. But it's just now, it's just foolish. It's just foolish all over one way or another. I don't care how you look at it now, it's just foolish. You understand? And I look at it like this. I'm thankful that I can look this good. And another thing, I'm the only one, a handful of players that can look like this every day. Because if they're going to work, I ain't got nothing against it. If you live a second class life, first class life, and you can't rest and dress, that's the way it is, because that's the way generally the most of the players is. Me, I dress like this every day. I'm on Facebook. I'm a fashion coordinator. You understand me? And I be the best I can be, because that's all I do is rest and dress. That's what I do. You understand me? And that's what I'm supposed to do in a retired life. Because when you retire, you're supposed to live the best and look the best. You understand me? And that way, you understand what I'm saying? I can get the ladies, because I'm a ladies' man. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm being a lady's face. You understand what I'm saying? Trying to put it in first place in my race. I'm still going to do that, because I'm not going to be tied down to no one woman. That's not going to be on my menu, you understand me? When I do that, it's going to be the right one, and it's going to be the one that, hey, I'm serious about. But at this moment, she ain't here yet. But she's coming. And then I'm going to be a true man with one woman, and that's what it's going to be. I'm still going to dress, but I ain't going to be trying to play with them women. I'm just going to have one, and the other ones will just be friends. And that's all they'll be. But they'll know I got that one woman that is my heart and going to be my everything, you understand me, when she comes along. But until that time, I'm still going to be a player. But like I said, a player and a pimp is two different things, brother. And that's what people got to understand. The first thing come out their mouth is pimp. They don't know nothing about how I go. They don't know nothing about nothing. All they know is what they see on TV, and that ain't true. Because all that TV is, they make a mockery out of things, you know. And they do the same thing with the gangsters and the drug dealers. They make it where people don't be realistic about what they're doing, you know. And like I was saying about people that be lying, and come to you trying to get you to impress you, always coming up with some talk about things trying to impress you. Because I'm not saying a whole lot. I'm just looking the part. I don't have to do a lot of talking. I don't do a lot of talking. When I'm talking to try to sell something. Other than that, I ain't got a lot of talking to do. I got a few friends and people I kick it with, but other than that, I ain't got a lot of talking to do. So when you come at me, you understand me talking about this and that and trying to impress me, man, look, it don't impress me. Because first of all, whatever you did or whatever you had, that's what you did and you had. I had things. We all had things. If you didn't, you should have, you understand. But now is now, and this is what we're talking about now, what's going on now. And then you lie and say you got all this going on now, but then you don't, because you need $2 or $3 here, you need money here, you need money there. So I know you understand what I'm saying. That ain't the real deal. It ain't the true deal, you understand? Because if it was, you would think different, you know? And you'd be different on that note. You understand? But all I'm saying is this. I'm letting you know that I'm grateful, you understand me, to be here. Like I said, I was in the hospital for a week. That made me do some thinking and appreciate life a little more even. You know what I mean? You go to the hospital and stay a week, you'll figure how you think. You know what I mean? You appreciate things even a little more than you did even then. You understand me? And be grateful and thankful. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I am. But all I want to say is, at the closing of my show, because I am going to close, is that People got to learn to live. And another thing I want to say about the voting, you understand me? I forgot to speak on that. Here it is, we had voted, and here you are, people here in San Francisco voted, and enough of you didn't vote because, first of all, the low income housing, the rent control, that we lost that. Now, all you people that's renting, most of you people are renting houses. That's the most important thing in San Francisco to try to win is controlled housing. Because rent control, man, don't you know how high rent is here in Frisco? And you guys let the rich people take that over, just like you let Trump sit in office. I don't know how we let that happen because it's meant to be more rich people than we think because they own property and stuff. Because, first of all, I thought it'd be more people renting, but evidently it ain't because if it was, we should have won. You people didn't know what you was marking on that ballot. Because, first of all, rent control should have been something we should have won. All that tax on weed and all that don't mean nothing. All that shit ain't nothing. That don't mean nothing. But I'm glad Gavin Newsom is our governor. That's one thing I'm glad for. But other than that, you understand me? All I can say is stay on top of your business. I'm not going to say on top of your game. You understand? Because like I said, it ain't really a game no more. You understand what I'm saying? This is serious shit now. Life is serious now. With all these snipers and all these people killing people and all these different things going on that we have no control over, it is not a game. You know what I mean? This is life. After 9/11, everything went down. You know what I'm saying? After 9/11, things really changed in America. So now, you just got to make the best out of it. Make the best out of life. Be the best you can be, you understand me? And head toward victory. Make sure you win in whatever you do, you understand me? Because that's what it's all about. And I'm gonna steady be a motivator. I'm gonna steady talk motivation. You understand me? And let people know, you understand me, that, hey, I'm going to be me because this is what I do. And dressing is what I do. I show it to you. Instead of talking about it, I just show you how it's supposed to go. Like I said, I don't wear no more than 3 colors. I got 2. And I stay coordinated every day. Every day I do this, not sometime, all the time. You understand? I don't talk about it, I be about it. And that's what you better do. You understand me? Whatever you're going to do. Whatever you feel. How the lady told me today, you understand me? She said, "Are you dressed like that?" I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Yeah, buddy." She said, "Well, however you feel." You understand me? And I said to myself, "Yeah, I feel good." Because that's the first thing I do is put my clothes on in the morning and be thankful. When I get it laid out and I know I'm looking good, then I'm feeling good, you understand me? And I'm going out there to face the nation with the greatest of ease, you dig? Because that's how it go. And I'm a boss player, you understand me? I ain't no pimp. I'm a boss player. You understand me? That's the next level because I'm going to tell you something. When you get a certain age, you ain't going to have no hoes no more, no way. You see, people don't know that. That's the rule of the game, you understand what I'm saying? That, you know, it's a young man's game. So you better do it when you're young and if you can. But now, I wouldn't do it now. Because, hey, you get 4 years. Back in the day, now you get 40. And you might as well go to college and do 4 years and get an education and be something and get a good job. At this time, I would go to work. I would go to work and just be smooth and be a square. At this time, I would be a square. You understand? Because being young, messing with a lot of women ain't no good. You young, you mess with all these women. And these jealous dudes, you understand me? And different things, seeing you doing this and doing that. Man, you got to be careful. It's just you got to be careful because there's so much hate. There's so much jealousy. There's so much of that in young people's existence. Young people have this on them, you know, because the violence that they have and the rap and all this, the way they project things, carrying guns, weighing your pants down. It's just, I just feel sorry for the people, you know what I mean? Because I know I'm glad that I had a shot at the best life. And then I was there in the '67 when the hippies, back in when the hippies, man, do you understand me? When it was free love and all that sweet stuff, man, it was just so good. And drugs and it wasn't no diseases or nothing that hurt you. It was just a sweet time, man. And hey, I'm glad I had a part of that. Instead of this rough life that the people living now. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to close my show. I'm going to let you know, you understand me, that it's International Red for the Record. Fashion coordinator, you understand me. Boss player, you understand, and motivational speaker, you dig. I always got something to say, something positive. You know, I tell you to dress up, but you understand me? Just look any way you want to look. Just be comfortable and be clean. That's all I can tell you. Be comfortable and clean. I'm going to be the one that's going to be off the scene. I'm going to be off the charts with my dressing because that's what I do. You understand me? And I've been doing it too long to do it any other way. And like I said, you understand me? It was a long time ago. 1967, when Sweet Boy came out there sharp as he was every day. He set the road map for me. After that, you understand me, I'm always the sharpest one I know. But thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to close this show. God bless.